want you guys to try to throw
Yeah.
in the short deals?
No, it did. It did. Obviously, there's no sugarcoating. We didn't get the two guys we put offer sheets on, but that's okay because we obviously knew we were doing the right thing because the team matched. So that was something there. But again, enough about those guys. We're thrilled with this group of a mix of veteran and youth movement here. It's great.
Is it easier to draft a guy like Caris LeVert now that you see players like Lopez and Durant coming back from these foot surgeries so much better than maybe they had in the past?
Yeah, well, the medical, within just pro sports is getting better and better and better all the time. So, we're obviously going to take it slow with him. We're going to take it slow with everybody. It's never going to be rushed back in. We're planning on a future with him, so it's going to be important that he takes his time and gets back into it. But he's been tremendous with doing everything we've asked him to do.
How much of a factor was it that obviously your doctor had intimate knowledge of?
That's a huge
probably
part.
better than he.
Yeah, well, that's a huge part of it. But again, we would have done that research no matter who we were drafting and whoever did the surgery and so forth. So we definitely did our background on that. But there's definitely a level of comfort having known that our doctor was the one that performed the surgery. Well, we had him in for a mini camp, so he was here early in the summer, and we really liked what we saw. He had obviously taken the steps ahead of time to get himself in shape. He showed up, his body looking terrific, and how he conducted himself during that week here, not only on but off the court too. Just us getting to know him, so he's well aware that this is a terrific opportunity for him. He needs to make the most of it, and he's hungry. So we'll see. Really, the ball's in his court now.
This franchise used to throw on the word championship pretty much every other word, and obviously expectations have changed. You guys have made no secret about that. What is going to define success for this group this season?
Well, I think it's going to be progress throughout the season. We've said enough about bringing in competitive guys. I think Kenny is going to be able to bring the best out of those guys, and all these guys here have come here to win. That's the bottom line. They haven't come here to say, okay, well, look, we're going to win 10 games or 15 games or 20 games. They want to win. They want to compete every night. So that's what we're going to see from the vets, and they'll be taking the younger guys with them. But again, at the same time, you look how a guy like Caris played, in Michigan. There's an edge to the way he plays. I mean, he wants to win.
In talking with Anthony, he mentioned getting back to having fun.
Yeah.
But he also mentioned having realized that this is a business. This isn't playtime when they're grown men. Which of those, and I'm not saying they're mutually exclusive, but which of those things do you think is going to be the biggest key to him kind of realizing the potential that made him the number one pick? Having more fun, or growing up and realizing that this is?
I think the fun comes when you've put everything you can into the product on the court. When look, I've devoted everything I can to those 2 hours of practice and so forth, and I had fun doing it. I had fun because I had a good group of people in there with me. We competed night in and night out, and we had a good mix of people that want to be part of something bigger than themselves, and that's going to be important here. That it's a team sport. It's not individuals.
Are you done now? You've got 15 players under contract. Are you done? Is this what you're going to look for in October?
I don't know that we're ever done. We'll obviously listen and see what else is out there. We'll continue to scout, scour, and see what other teams are doing, what other leagues around the world are doing, how the Olympics are going. We'll have 3 guys down there. I'll be going there to be with them, but we'll just see. We'll keep all our options alive.
You guys have obviously chosen to go into the season, or at this point with some cap space. What are the benefits of that, and is the floor something that's important to you, or does that not really matter?
The floor is not important to me right now at all. That's the least of my concerns. The big thing for us is have flexibility throughout the year. So we'll go into the season with flexibility. We'll potentially hit the trade deadline with flexibility, and we'll see what comes our way.
When you were going through the final few signings, were you looking for the best available player / character, or were you looking at position at all?
A combination of all three. We had targeted these guys very early on in our process, so we knew who we wanted at each position, and we're extremely lucky that we got the guys like Gravis and Randy. Were still available.
Follow up. Are you happy with the depth at the center position?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we've got guys that are versatile, so guys will be able to play multiple positions. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some smaller guys playing the 5 spot. If you look at the way the NBA is going, it's a little bit of small ball in there too. There's no reason why Anthony couldn't step in and relieve at the 5 spot as well. So we'll just see what happens.
Do you think fans have embraced sort of building and patience over the quick fix that the teams have gone through over
Well, I hope they understand what the process is here. You know, there's never a quick fix. We want to do this the right way. We're fortunate enough to start sort of right from the ground and build a strong foundation here, and we've got some key pieces in here that hopefully will be with us long term.
I'm just curious from your view. I mean, Jeremy's obviously progressed as a player over the years, but why do you think he hasn't kind of stuck in one place?
I'm not really sure why he hasn't stuck. You know, that's kind of the nature of the business, though. I don't know that that's always up to, you know, the individual itself. I think that's just how professional sports are. I mean, you can see there's very few Tim Duncans anymore that spend all their career in one place. I mean, these guys end up moving all around, and it really doesn't matter how good you are. You could be all-stars and you're traded next week. So
He made a name for himself as a high pick and roll player when Insanity was going on. How has he changed as a player since then?
Well, I think he's grown, and he's certainly grown in terms of his basketball IQ, what he can do. I think he's far more than just that now. I mean, Kenny is going to be, I wouldn't say experimenting with him, but putting him in opportunities where he's a facilitator out there. You know, his job is to get other guys shots as well. It's not just him shooting the ball. It'll be how does he find his open teammates.